Hey everyone, and welcome to The Witcher 2 Lorethrough, episode 19. I thought I'd just show you Roach's camp real quick as well, because... I mean, why not, really? We're here anyway.
His mother comes and tells him, the elder and the recruiter are coming for you. He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it between his buttocks.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye in his arse. The elder and the recruiter enter, and the mother says, "Son, they've come to take you to war." And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says, "I can see that."
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
I mean, it's clever,
Stinks of dung.
right? No, you stink of dung. That's just not a nice thing to say. Many headaches.
Everything all right, Geralt?
Yes, until you called me a piece of dung.
Salutations.
Salutations to you too.
Greetings.
Hello. Damn it. Salutations.
So this is where you obviously
In
end
the
up...
face of possible disaster, they tried to draft entire villages in Baywood. Half the serfs knew beforehand and fled into the woods, but the rest were pressed into service. The Count says these are pansies, not soldiers. But we'll have to make do with them. We'll put them out front, let the cavalry run them over. Maybe it'll lose some momentum. So, the battle was on. Terrible losses on the left flank. They almost broke our ranks. The serfs dropped their pikes and ran to the archers' corpses.
Did they start looting?
Listen, they picked up the bows and shot at the enemy. I tell you, each shot meant a dead man.
Ah, those were the serfs from Baywood.
Exactly. Poaching is in their blood.
I'm not sure if they make this a reference or not. I hope they don't start talking again. But yeah, first of all, this is where you end up if you choose to go with Roach in the, obviously in first act. So, what he just told you, this little story, I feel like it may or may not be a small reference to the poor fucking infantry.
We got our orders and got busy preparing to leave the village. She comes up to him and says, "You've promised to come back, and a soldier never lies to his girl."
And did he come back?
Ah, after 2 years, with a few scars, having lost 3 fingers to an axe, but return, he did. Then, he sees a tyke crawling on the floor and a man holding his gal by the tip. Her eyes go wide and she says, "You're back! What the hell kind of soldier are you?"
Right, so anyway, the poor fucking infantry, I feel like I've told this story before, but the poor fucking infantry was basically just a collection of losers. During the Second Northern Nilfgaardian War.
For yourself, Geralt.
Yes, thank you. Some people were...
His mother comes and tells him, the elder...
Shut up. Some people went and got themselves signed up for the army. There were not many, but some did. And some others got drafted, like the serfs, for example. Basically just people that weren't trained, people that weren't soldiers, but they were just bodies. They were just bodies to, as this guy just said, maybe slow down the momentum of the cavalry. And once you were drafted or recruited, or when you were like, hey, I really want to fight, even though I have no skill as a soldier, you were put in the poor fucking infantry. So these were farmers, servants of poor houses, in this case, well, there was also a scribe, which is the one that you follow around when he goes to the poor fucking infantry. His name is Jarre. And you go to the poor fucking infantry, you get given a pike, and off you go, basically. You get like very limited amounts of training, and then they were already off to the front to fight Nilfgaard. And they were put on one of the flanks, and they had a commander, I think it was Brunibort, if I say that name. Do I still have that name right? Brunibort? Well, he yelled a lot. He yelled very loudly. And his main thing was, do not drop your pike, because if you drop your pike and you run, like these guys just did for the bows, if you drop your pike and run, then Nilfgaard will follow you and cut you down, because their horses are faster than you can run. So, the poor fucking infantry in this case did not drop their pikes. They stood their ground, and the horses ran themselves upon their spears, and they held their ground. And if it wasn't for the poor fucking infantry that day, the North may have very well lost that war. So, don't spit on regular folk who can still hold a weapon, I guess is what the lesson is in this case.
he was slaughtering pigs at the
No,
time.
we're not
So he
slaughtering
takes a
pigs.
pig's eye and
Everything
puts
all
it,
right, Geralt?
No, I keep hearing the same story.
What?
Ah!
puts a pig's
I'm
eye
leaving.
in his arse.
Oh god.
The elder and the
I want
recruiter
to talk to
enter,
Vess, but they're
and the
still
mother says,
yelling.
Son,
I just will
they've
when
come to
things are
take you
quiet.
to war.
I know, same.
And he's standing with his back
I'm
to
taking
them,
your orange,
his
though.
pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says,
Oh god, he keeps
"You
talking.
see that?"
Okay.
Did they take him?
Roach isn't here right now, but that's okay. We're gonna go to the horse camp. Roach is still presumably slaughtering things somewhere.
Life can be really strange.
Isn't it?
I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make camp with the Black Ones.
I know, same, right?
At your service.
We should have our say, take an interest in things. Or it will turn out like the mill in Stilton. The one the smith from Jailmouth took over when he married the miller's widow.
There's fat chance of Henselt and Shillard inviting us to their meeting.
Well, we should at least object somehow. Spit at the sight of the Black Ones. Turn our heads away. Piss on their tents.
Just need to watch that we don't make a mistake while drunk.
Yeah, just piss on their tents instead. It's fine.
Pretty please, leave.
Your face.
Oh,
Rude. Very rude.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, handsome?
Well, not by sleeping with me, unfortunately. I wouldn't mind a romp with your girls, but like we've already seen most of that. Honestly, the sex scenes are very much samey, so they're not super interesting. Talk to me.
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plough.
I bet.
Sounds all right.
Ask away, then. What would you like to talk about?
Okay, so you have to bribe her to tell it, basically. I think there is actually another way to do that, but I always just bribe her because why the fuck not, really?
Anything interesting going on
They
in
need
the
to make a
camp?
living, don't they?
Soldiers are scared shitless what with this battle approaching. They'd rather drink themselves silly than let us honest whores make some coin. Is that interesting? I doubt it.
It's not.
Not raring to fight, are they?
They might have been eager at first, but the longer we sit here, the less lively they become. Fighting's like ploughing. Lust for one, and you lust for the other.
Ah, she does love to talk.
Well,
No, we just want to talk some more.
ask, what would you...
We want to know this one last because after that we just leave.
I wouldn't mind knowing what you think of Henselt.
I'm a madam. What can I know about the king?
Many things.
I seem to remember that madams and innkeepers know everything.
He used to come here to plough, to develop a camaraderie with the fighting men like, but that was just a phase. Most likely only ploughs sweet-smelling ladies now.
How boring! Sweet-smelling ladies. Oh, disgusting. I like mine smelling of pig shite.
Heard of the Virgin of Eddern?
Hasn't everyone?
Any thoughts?
Oh yes, a maturing woman like that never been ploughed. Her head's bound to be muddled. We'll have peace when she drops her sword to grab a nice healthy prick instead.
Don't you just love her? Well, as little she knows. As little
I need
she
to get
knows.
inside the camp, unnoticed.
That'll cost you more than straight ploughing.
Well, the last time it didn't cost me anything, so... Alright, let's go for, how much does she want again? She wants us at least... Let's try 250. I think 250 is good, right? No, actually, 250 is way too much. We'll try 200. I think 200 is enough.
That's nowhere near
Oh,
enough.
come on, yes it is.
I need to...
That seems satisfactory.
Is
An
it?
underground passageway leading out to the riverbank within the camp's confines.
Thanks.
Although we've not used it for some time. There's something down there. Something evil, horrible.
I'm sure I'll manage.
The entrance is inside the tent.
Just so you know, plowing doesn't even cost like a tenth of that. You can plow them for next to nothing. So, I'm just saying, can I have you for free at this point?
Others like my mother.
Make love, not war.
Okay, so you have some mommy issues. That's good to know. Can I have you for free?
Well, how...
Well, now we just gotta do it,
I'm
don't
looking
we?
for a whore.
Yeah, of course I am.
We've got plenty of those, you'll be glad to hear.
You don't
But
say!
you'll need to show me your coin before you choose one. We all have our principles.
I have coin.
I've got the Orans, if that's what you're wondering.
Have you seen my outfits?
Well, these are my girls. Choose, white-haired one.
Birdie. You can have it for 60. Damn you. But yeah, that only goes until 60. Or, not 60. It only goes until like 100 or so. Which...
Are there trolls here?
Yes, there are probably trolls here. I need your loot.
And you don't mind.
I need these orans. I'm poor now.
Other lands have slizzards, drowners.
I paid 500 for this one. For the
The
woman.
locals?
It's not even worth. It's not even worth. I could have 5 horse for that. I could have more than 5 horse for that amount. I should be parading out of here with 5 horse, is what I'm saying. And I can't believe I'm not. Hello, lads. I'm sorry you're all dead. You know, if this was Skyrim, I probably would have had an option to kill the Madame instead and all of her horse, and maybe take them prisoner instead, and form my own private harem. I'm a little disappointed that I don't have that option, but... Oh no, that's not where we're going. Stop, Geralt, wait. Wait, aren't we? Well, maybe we are. Come on, then. We need to find ancient evils. Presumably. Ancient evils! It is I! Ah, it's not that ancient. Really.
Guess they'll never learn.
I mean, they tried, I guess. I mean... Look at the snout. The snout just sort of jiggles. It's more an elephant than anything, is it? And I mean, I didn't pay for this, did I? I hope I didn't pay for this. I shouldn't pay for this. Loot the thing I didn't pay for. Oh, come on. Oh, I should have probably sold something. And yeah, I don't actually... Why did I still pick those up? I don't use... Like, someone commented this earlier. I don't use the chest in the inn because I would just... It will just be forgotten. Like, I'll stash something in the inn. And then it'll just stay there forever. Does no one else do this? Where you're just like, ah, yeah, I'll put it in the tavern chest. And then I can always come back for it. But then you never come back for it because you put it away, so you just forget that it exists in the first place. It's like an alternate reality. You put it in the chest, but actually the chest is a black void, and it's just erased from all memory. Like, I'm not saying it happens to everyone, I'm just saying it happens to me. Explode, please. Explode also. Okay, we leave. It's good, we're fine. Bye. We need to find Triss. Partially. Little did we know we already found her. You don't know that yet. But we did. Okay, wait. There's loot to be had. Because I can already exit here, but Can you not? I'm trying to loot. No, you can't be here either. There's a lot of loot. Oh my god, I can't believe you're obstructing my looting. Alright, I'm just gonna kill everything here and loot the place bare. But yeah, if you do play this game at some point on your own, do take a right before the Nilfgaardian camp, if you take this, to recoup some of the money you've lost in bribing the Madame. Because there's some decent loot here. Alright, back in a bit. And here's a golem, which you also find on that same side path. Just thought you'd like to see the golem. Actually, let's just behead the golem. Why not, right? Why would you fight something we don't have to fight? That's silly! Yeah, so this is like the main thing we're here for, and I am not going to be able to carry most of this, am I? Oh, or just any of it. No, yeah, that's too much already. Okay, well, if you go further down this path, you will have an instant entry into the Nilfgaardian camp, but we'll get there in a second as I painfully walk around to get all my loot. Be right back. Right. Nilfgaard. And also...
Efkir Nordling, where do you think you're going?
To see the ambassador.
With all that steel on your back?
Yes.
Have you seen a red-headed sorceress anywhere?
You didn't seem to understand my delicate suggestion, Nordling. Drop your sword.
Can I stab
I'm
you
not
first?
looking for trouble.
Shillard Fitz-Estelin is waiting.
Metnara Ravnavad, Hetman. Geralt, I'd hoped we wouldn't meet again.
Same, to be honest.
We caught him sneaking through the camp, Excellency. We disarmed him.
Esther Garamnith. I remember you telling Foltest you'd like to return to hunting monsters.
Well, the king's death changed quite a bit, didn't it?
Foltest is dead. Some still believe it's my fault. I have to find the real killer.
I see. You may be a killing machine, but a murderer's infamy is bad for business.
Yeah, totally, but I'm looking for Triss, though.
Triss Marigold was kidnapped.
Foltest's advisor. I heard she arrived at Vergen and hoped we would meet, but if she was kidnapped... Now I understand why you couldn't just stand by. But there are other reasons, too. They told me you're in league with the Scoia'tael, with Iorveth himself, no less. Is this true?
So true.
More or less.
Have you heard of the slaughter of Enshe at the ravine
Yes.
of the Hydra? The kings of the north effectively forced the Empire to condemn and execute the war criminals of the Vryhed Brigade. Iorveth was among those condemned.
But Iorveth escaped, didn't he? Yes, he did.
September 13th, 1269. The Ravine of the Hydra. Following the Peace of Sintra, 53 officers of the Vryhed Brigade were brought here and executed, their throats cut. The elves' bodies were dropped into the chasm. I don't know what the riders of the hunt were looking for. November 23rd, 1269. Sintra, the village of Coldwater, and another victim of the hunt. An 11-year-old boy. His parents didn't even ask if he had a chance. I'm tired. February 24th, 1270. A high pass in the Armouche Mountains. An imperial manticore, one of the world's oldest and deadliest monsters. I used to feel excitement at moments like this. Now the beast is only an obstacle on my way. Its meat and hot blood will help me survive this icy hell. May 30th, 1270. The Iruga River. The hunt continues to race south. Since I've been following them, they've taken 23 individuals, all between the ages of 10 and 20. All except for Yennefer.
I will obviously turn up the music or the sound for this again because yeah, it's way softer than the rest of the audio for some reason.
Amusing that the Scoia'tael believe the Emperor betrayed them. In fact, the kings of the north demanded the massacre at the Ravine of the Hydra. Do you feel well?
I feel fine.
I'm sorry, I can't give you more of my time. The long road to Loch Muine awaits me. The Council and the Conclave are waiting, and Triss Marigold, as always, arrives in the nick of time.
What are you talking about?
The figurine. He must have it on him.
What's the meaning of this?
I want to introduce someone to you. This is Vanamar, my personal sorcerer. He sensed Triss approaching our camp, though she was to arrive in different company. Before you die, Witcher, would you be so kind as to explain how you got your hands on this figurine?
Okay, so now that I finally have some time to talk, there's actually a small mistake in the explanation he gave earlier about the Ravine of the Hydra, because there were not 53. I believe it was 48 or 46 when I did, like, there was like something, 40 something. It was definitely less. Like, that's the one thing I can say, it was less than 53. And I checked and double checked this with several Polish readers as well, and they all said, no, this is the number we got. So, I don't know if that's like a translation error in this game right now, or if they just like looked it up wrong. I don't know, but it's less. The rest is all true, yeah. The Nilfgaardian forces, when they lost, they were obviously forced to make a bunch of concessions in terms of signing away a peace. E-peace. And one of those concessions was to sacrifice the leaders of the Vrijheid Brigade, which was a Scoia'tael-only unit fighting on the side of Nilfgaard during the Second Northern Nilfgaardian War. And yeah, the Scoia'tael do and don't blame Nilfgaard for that, but also like the North as well. Isengrim knows that the North betrayed them because he was there and he survived. Isengrim was the main leader, the main commander of the Vrijheid Brigade, and he escaped because they were going to torture him to death. They already just beat 2 of his friends to death in front of his eyes, and then they were like, well, we have something special planned for you. And I believe they were actually going to do the old Scoia'tael trick of tying him down on an anthill and coating his face with honey. But he escaped and fled towards Sericania. We've never heard from him again after that, because CD Projekt still hasn't given me my long overdue Scoia'tael expansion. But, you know, bygones. Anyway, yeah, they threw them into the ravine, and it was all just like a warning, basically. Most of the North just wanted revenge for everything the Scoia'tael had done, which isn't necessarily fair because they were set up to do this by Nilfgaard, and Nilfgaard has done equally, if not worse, things to the North. But they took it out on the Scoia'tael, obviously, because the Scoia'tael are elves, and, you know, it's an easy target. Non-humans, yeah, fuck them, let's just all kill them all. And during the Peace of Sintra's signing, Nilfgaard actually attempted to plead for their Vrijheid Brigade units. They tried to. They eventually got it down to only the officers, because I believe at the start they were meant to extradite all the Scoia'tael, in essence. But now it was only the officers and not all the soldiers. So all the soldiers they escaped. Iorveth was never mentioned, and it wasn't mentioned as him escaping. He wasn't mentioned as being there. Obviously, because Iorveth was an important character in this game, he couldn't exactly die. But Iorveth was mentioned in the books by name only, and once. So he was mentioned as a Vrijheid commander, or officer at the very least. But we don't hear of his escape. So this would have happened after Isengrim was taken away already, and they will walk towards the ravine, which would in fact lower the number further, I believe, as well, because I think in my... You gotta watch my elf video for this one, but yeah, I subtracted 2 numbers from the total Vrijheid officers in general, because Isengrim escaped, so he wasn't hanged, and he wasn't thrown down a ravine, and Iorveth escaped, so he wasn't hanged, and he wasn't thrown down a ravine. My initial thought, I think I had a theory in the video already, is that he just escaped among the Scoia'tael that were fleeing from Brenna at the time, and there is actually a Scoia'tael that sort of tells Teruviel to like come back, like they're traveling together. Teruviel is like traveling with a bunch of Scoia'tael, and they're all emaciated and dying and wounded, etc. And there's this whole thing about how the humans offer them some food, even though White Rayla is looking for the elves and wants them dead. And there's one Scoia'tael commander who's there, who is also talking while Teruviel is there. My theory is that that is actually Iorveth, but it's not really a valid theory because it's just a way for me to explain Iorveth's escape. Because Iorveth isn't really a thing in the books. Like, that's just, that makes this whole thing kind of weird. But now you know, at least, yes, Iorveth escaped. We don't know how he escaped. It's never said. It's never said. It just, he's gone. Magic. Poof! And he was free. I found it.
I found it on a man's corpse.
And you finished his mission for the Emperor's glory.
Yeah, sure, he'll catch
Triss
it.
will help us find those wenches that betrayed the Empire. I don't know whether you killed Tavik or found him dead. It's irrelevant now.
No.
I'd prefer not to sentence to death a man previously pardoned by the Emperor himself. Unfortunately, I have no choice.
Actually?
Vanamar, once you're done with him, convey my congratulations to Cynthia. Leading Philippa Eilhart up the garden path is no small feat.
Actually, it's really easy. She was just horny.
Farewell, Witcher.
When you're horny, you don't think. Oh, Philippa. You were thinking with your bobs and vagine. Which you told Triss not to do.
This is a good place.
Irony.
Are you ready, Geralt of Rivia?
Your role was short and uneventful. Plow yourself.
Plow yourself, Nilfgaardian.
Your words mean nothing now.
Give me a second. It's not funny. Yeah, that's a sword. Oh look, that's your Gwent card, sort of, kind of. Sort of your Gwent card? Close enough. My boy! See, you can't hate Roach. You can't hate him. Roach is just such a bro. Even on Iorveth's path, he is still a bro. Can't hate? I mean, he grunts a lot, but... Oh yes, mage fights are always so interesting. Shield, teleport, casting, casting, casting. Shield, teleport, casting, casting. You get the point.
Menin Ada Thea.
No, quickly, before he shields and teleports. No! Damn you, I almost had him in one go. Damn you, and he shields! Of course he shields. Bastards. Hold on, let me just kill this boy. Heavy attack! Even heavier attack! Listen, 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 listen. You gotta go. And teleport. This is why you should always want to immediately kill him.
Just like the good old days. Having killed an elf guardian for years. I knew you'd get in trouble.
Of course.
You've a talent for getting me out of it. Shillard has Triss. He's taking her to Loch Muine.
Now I understand the commotion. Ambassador Shillard kidnaps Foltest's former advisor. This stinks horribly, Geralt. It would seem the Nilfgaardians want to be present at the Conclave's restoration.
Yup. Alright, I'm going there too, because Triss is the key to finding the Kingslayer. She's not, by the way, but okay.
Destination Loch Muine, then.
I should have known. Sheila managed to locate the killer's hideout. They were hiding nearby in the gullies. Deathmold sent his men there, but Foltest's killer fled. 2 other witches were covering him. One was taken alive. Before he died from torture, he revealed that our bruiser went to Loch Muine. The mages want to resurrect the council and the conclave that once represented all the sorcerers and sorceresses of the north. King Radovid, the ruler of Redania, is also invited. As Loch Muine lies in Kedwen, Henselt is likely to arrive too. But a Nilfgaardian delegation. Triss, Nilfgaard, Radovid, a bunch of mages and the Kingslayer. Too many eggs in that basket.
Sure, we'll call it a basket, why not?
One more thing, Roach. I have to go back to Vergen. Philippa may know something more about Triss.
It won't be easy. The camp's in uproar. I bet you mauled somebody while breaking through to Shillard.
No.
Could be.
No.
Right. We'll pretend you're my prisoner. I'll get you out of here, but remember, our goal is Foltest's killer.
I'll remember, Roach.
So, ready?
No, gotta loot the mage.
Give me a moment. I want to search Shillard's camp.
Hurry up.
So I didn't do that, obviously, because I chose the bribing route. So yeah, the game doesn't really acknowledge that, but you know, I'll let them be. They didn't know any better, you know. I want the armor of Loch Muine. And we're carrying too much weight. Because of course we are. Do we want to wear this already? Let's see. I think we do. Yeah, we do. There we go. Okay. I don't really want to necessarily get rid of the Tysons either, because I like Estella Tyson. Is that your only reason, Jinsey? Yes, it is. I'm gonna toss this one, though. Wait, oh god. My harpy sword, how dare you! Okay, the Sword of the Dun banner I feel bad removing, but I'm gonna remove it. Did you just really call it that? Yes. We're also gonna remove this. Ah, Badul Blathana! I know. And... my Moonblade. Ah! Okay, I'm sad inside. See, this one is just like for my collection, but at the same time it also doesn't weigh as much as the Dun banner, so you know, there's that. Okay. Hi, Bess. No, you don't want to talk to me? Okay, okay. I thought there was still something here. I could be entirely wrong. Yes, there is. Ambassador Shillard Fitz-Osterlin's letter to the Emperor. We're gonna read that because we're dicks. To His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of Nilfgaard and Miavaimr is private and confidential. Except to me, because I'm a dick. Your Imperial Majesty, grovel grovel, I hasten to report that the sorcerer Vanhimar has indeed proven right for the role assigned to him. He keeps his apprentice, Cynthia, on a short leash and displays nothing approaching excessive ambition. I believe him to be of unquestionable loyalty, and his abilities are more than adequate to serve your Imperial Majesty's objectives. The summit will be the final test. We will see how he behaves there, and if he proves more capable of resisting temptation than his female colleagues did, please convey my kindest regards to your consort, your Imperial Majesty, ever faithful servant, Shilad Fitz-Ustelin. Okay, so there's one thing here is, Shilad Fitz-Ustelin here says, please convey my kindest regards to your consort, which, yes, Emperor Emhyr married the fake Ciri in the books. So, in the books, real quick, if you didn't watch the video that I made on it, in the books, there is a fake Ciri that is presented as a Ciri to, at first, throw everyone off the track of the real Ciri, but then the Empire is like, well, you know what, everyone already thinks she's Ciri. We might as well take her in and pretend like she's also Ciri, because then we can influence Cintra better. But then lots of stuff happens, which I won't go into. Lots of stuff happens, and Emhyr decides to marry the false Ciri, because he doesn't want to marry the real Ciri anymore, because all of a sudden he has fatherly urges, etc., whatever, and he doesn't want to plow his own daughter, which is admirable, right? So he marries the false Ciri, which then becomes the Emperor's consort. And she is mentioned here, but she is never mentioned in The Witcher 3, which, yes, is a gigantic mother freaking plot hole. It's a plot hole. It's a plot hole. She's never mentioned. She was apparently supposed to be in the game at some point, but then they just didn't, and everyone just pretends like she never existed, and it has bothered me to this very day. It is still bothering me. Can you tell it's bothering me? I'm bothered. Right, and real quick about the council and the enclave, etc. Nonsense. When I first played this game, this was extremely like the entire Loch Muine chapter was super confusing to me. So I'm gonna try and sort of break it down real quick so you still know what's going on. Right. So they are going to Loch Muine to re-establish the council and conclave, which was, just see it as the government of mages. That's what it is. It's just the government, you know, the first and second chamber, basically, of the mages. They want to create it again because it will allow them to exert more influence over the kingdoms. Right now, as it stands, mages are not really trusted because during the second war, there was an entire war between the mages, you know, traitors everywhere. Basically, what it came down to was people became distrustful of mages entirely. They were like, well, if they stab each other in the back so easily, well, maybe they'll stab us in the back too. They might be Nilfgaardian traitors, etc. Anyway, everything went to hell, and mages everywhere got kicked out of courts, and that hurts, obviously, because when a mage can't influence a court anymore, they lose a lot of power. Magic as a whole loses a lot of power, and they like to influence things. That's a mage thing. Mages love to influence things. They just, ooh, yes, hands and everything. So right now they're trying to reestablish that power. They want to be included in, you know, the royal decisions again. They want to be included in ruling the country. They want to be included in making the laws. That's what their goal is, and obviously the Lodge is involved as well. The Lodge is like, yeah, we want that because we like having power, and also magic should totally rule the world. I'm serious, by the way. That's their goal. Magic should rule the world. So that is what's happening right now. Mages trying to get their power back. They're gonna talk a lot of nonsense outside of that. It's gonna be really confusing. But now you know the gist of it. Mages want a power. What else is new, right? Okay, let's go, Roach.
Ready and waiting. Let's go.
I bet 30 silver. Kill the son of a bitch.
We just avoid the officers.
Yeah, but seriously though, I didn't punch anybody in this camp. I went straight around
I bet 30 silver. Kill the son of a bitch.
Go on, times have I told you?
Okay, they're gonna start walking.
Ready to fight in any moment.
I think if you walk immediately, you can actually.
Hit him
faster,
in the face!
Kerr.
Footman Glen was stunned. There's an intruder in the camp.
Footman Glen was not stunned.
Or you feel my boot up your ass.
In the face!
Hit him in the face!
Go on, you!
Footman Glenn is fine. I didn't touch him. Game. Please acknowledge that. Acknowledge my sneakiness. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can actually avoid
Faster, Kerr.
that entire patrol by just walking immediately, but I didn't do it there. And I didn't want to risk it because I don't like that. They're just like, ah, who is this? And Roach is like, that's my prisoner. And it's like, ah, no, everything's gone to hell. That's basically what it is.
Who goes there?
Vernon Roach. I've got a prisoner.
What kind of freak is he?
Rude.
The king ordered him questioned outside the camp.
Outside, eh? Don't let me keep you then.
That sounds violent. I love it. Why are people like this?
We should be safe here.
Yeah, just
Thanks
outside
for
the camp.
everything, Vernon. I owe you.
Literally 2
You never
seconds away.
cease to owe me. Remember my proposal.
It's true, I do owe him so many things right now. Alright, we can actually go back now because we have everything that we needed. I will not use a bridge. I am Geralt of fucking frickin' Rivia. Sorry. Hello again, demonetization. I can't curse. My tongue is tied. Frickin' heck. I want to go home.
Finally, you're back. Where is Triss?
Your hoe
Nilfgaardians have
deceived
taken
you.
her to Loch Muine.
What?
They cast a spell on her, turned her into a figurine.
Artifact compression. They must have a powerful mage.
No, but you do.
They had.
Without him, Shillard won't be able to lift the spell. However, Loch Muine will be full of sorcerers.
That's not all. They got Triss because of Cynthia.
Cynthia?
She lied to you.
Back to Vergen, at once!
Yes, dear. Oh, you got played! I gotta do my walking again. Okay, be right back. Righto then. Let's go then.
The plague. I was so foolish. Cherish this rare moment, Witcher. Philippa Eilhart's been had by a cheap Nilfgaardian bitch. When I find her, we'll have it out like never before. She'll regret her mother didn't abort her.
Wait. The Rose of Remembrance is gone.
She doesn't sound that much.
Not necessarily. That viper, Cynthia, was in a hurry and left her bric-a-brac. Ah yes, here it is. Triss Merigold's Rose of Remembrance. Time is running out, Geralt. This flower is dying.
Because I don't love
What are
her.
we waiting for?
Oh. Well, I guess we're going then, innit? Innit?
You
Innit?
wanted to discuss something.
I said innit.
Your turn, sorceress. I have all you need to cure Saskia.
Let's get to work. Scoia'tael, stand aside.
It's never pleasant. Incoming.
My favourite type of magic. Lesbomancy.
Jesus Christ, dude.
What is your name? What do they call you?
Saskia.
Do you remember what happened?
Poison. They poisoned me. What day is it? What of the battle? Henselt and his army.
Calm yourself. You will have your battle yet. I shall go and announce that you're once again among the living.
Do I owe you my life?
And Philippa.
Thank
Mostly
you,
me.
Geralt. I promise to return the favour. Have you succeeded in lifting the curse?
No, but we're almost ready to try. Vandergrift's sword. It's one of the conveyors of the power.
You should have taken it. It's scrap iron to me, a sword like any other.
The Scoia'tael wouldn't let anyone but Philippa near you, and they wouldn't have let even her take your famous sword. I'll try to remove the curse soon.
Why do you aid me?
Because your voice acting right there sounds like you're definitely still poisoned. Think you need me. Well, it's kind of my profession, isn't it? Like, I don't want to be one of those people that's like... Because I hate it when they did this in Thief, when it's like, it's because of what I do. I do the thing. It's deep and dark. I'm very broody. No, Geralt doesn't do what he does. Like, Geralt steals things because he guts to pay bills, and Geralt lifts curses because he guts to pay bills.
I'm a witcher. Curses are my hobby.
It's true.
I see.
Dexter, tell me.
The famous neutrality.
That too.
Do I need to
Besides
get mad?
which, I don't believe any revolution can ultimately be successful. A very important rule. No ideal is worth dying for.
I understand. Good luck with the curse, and thank you again.
You're welcome! We'll bang, okay? Oh god, she gave me stuff. I'm taking your orans for that. I can't believe you've done this. Wait, no, talk to me instead.
Good luck, Witcher.
Ah, for goodness
We
sakes.
await your return.
Fine. We won't bang. Geralt gets nothing! Wait! Wait, I'm very overburdened. You can't do this to me! Stop! Wait! You were just here! This is so unnecessary! Oh my god. Fuck it. I'm gonna make a cut here and I'm gonna sell all my crap. And I'll see you in the next episode. Well, I guess we didn't do the Battle of Vergen yet, but I'm thinking next episode we'll do both the curse lifting and the Battle of Vergen. I think we can fit that in. I'll just make an extra long episode if we don't. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. It's good. Okay, see you in the next one.